Morning, sir.
Morning, Prince.
Sir, today my topic is present global scenario and need of coping with the challenges.
Yeah. See, first of all, you know,
And my first question
yes.
is,
Wait,
what do
wait,
you
wait.
understand by the present global scenario?
Yes, yes. The present global scenario is not in favor of the common people. The entire countries of the world are facing energy crisis due to the war between US and Iran, and the global energy crisis has resulted into impact of industries, impact on various day to day activities. For instance, if you are traveling in train, if you're traveling in aeroplane, now the number of international flights have been reduced because of the consumption of petrol. It has to be minimized. There are a lot of problems. We have to many in India now we are switching on to work from home only because the energy, that means petrol, diesel, and all other things, LPG, all CNG, all these are in scarcity. Unless and until the war between USA and Iran is resolved, there is hardly any chance that the condition will be normal. And one of the biggest and critical issues that everyone is facing is that if the war continues for one more month, there will be acute shortage of petroleum products, particularly diesel and LPG gases, and the entire system of the industries depend, even the chip production, all depends upon the energy, particularly the petroleum products, diesel, petrol, and all other petroleum products. Even in the software industries, we need petroleum elements, the materials which are used in direct production of chips. So even India is having problem. Globally, if you ask, the problem has become very acute. Another question.
Explain the major challenges faced in today global world.
See, the major challenges is that now the power is being shifted from USA to other countries. What I am telling you, United States assumed that it will overpower the Hormuz state, and it will make its own monopoly over that. But the result is different. After China's visit to, Donald Trump visited China, he has come back. Now China is not interfering, and Iran is becoming more and more, adamant about holding the entire Hormuz state. So unless and until Iran decides, the problem cannot be resolved. USA has to withdraw all its condition. Then only the problem can be resolved. The major challenges are: number one, that the oil tankers, the oil ships are not being allowed to pass through Hormuz Strait. Only Iran is being requested by all other countries. Even UAE has requested Iran. So now the power is shifting from USA to Iran. Now what will happen? I'm telling you that all the countries will now align and will request whom, I'm telling you, will request Iran the permission of allowing the ships to pass through Hormuz Strait, because at least 30% of the energy comes through that route. And other thing is that if there is a negotiation between
What is the meaning of negotiation?
मैंने अगर समझौता हो जाता है, if there is a negotiation between UAE and other Middle East countries with Iran, then the power of USA will be zero, and then the entire countries will deal with Iran directly, and they will allow the problem will be resolved. But at the present, the challenge is that the oil tankers have been stuck there for several months. Unless and until Iran gives the permission, those oil tankers will not come. And many of the countries are badly affected. So the challenge is that how to convince Iran to allow all the ships from different countries to carry out the energy, the petroleum products, to their own countries. And I am sure that Iran is going to do that. ईरान विल डील विथ इट्स ओन करेंसी, अब अपने करेंसी में डील करेगा, डॉलर को बिल्कुल नहीं कर देगा या आउट कर देगा। और जैसे ही डॉलर आउट हो जाएगा वर्ल्ड से, अमेरिका कमजोर हो जाएगा और पूरे जो मिडिल कंट्रीज हैं स्ट्रांग हो जाएंगे। तो अभी यही चैलेंज है कि वेदर यूएस इज गोइंग टू विड्रॉ और यूएस इज गोइंग टू फाइट। यही मेजर चैलेंज है। आगे।
Explain the role of the communication in the modern global scenario.
The role of communication is very. Without communication, whether it is communication through all the means of transport, or whether the communication is through mouth or through internet. See, nowadays the entire countries is now just now Modi has visited 5 countries, other countries like Sweden and other countries. Now the communication link is being established between these 5 countries for bilateral talks, particularly looking into the new scope for investment in India and making India more strong economically. Because looking into the present condition, there is a possibility that the world order will now change. Earlier, USA used to make a monopoly and dominate. Now the world order will shift to Middle East countries and NATO countries. So there is a complete change, drastic change in the world order, and this will affect not only USA but it will affect all other countries depending on dollar, because dollar's monopoly has to go down and it has to be replaced. So I'm sure that if there is a better communication between the countries of the world, if they communicate with each other and make a unanimous decision that let us deal with other currencies other than dollar, they will deal with, Iran will deal with own currency, India will deal with rupees, and that way Russia will deal with ruble, and that way what will happen that through this communication a kind of approach will be developed where all the countries will be facilitated to go for their business very well, and I'm sure that the problem of energy crisis can be resolved. Yes. Any other question?
Last question, sir. Explain the sorry. What are the social impact of rapid modern? No, no, wait. What is the role of youth in facing global challenges?
Youth are the ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेस। यूथ के बिना कोई कंट्री चल नहीं सकता है।
How?
अभी यूथ
कैसे?
को देखिए, अभी बता रहे हैं, यूथ आर एम्प्लॉयड इन ऑल द सेक्टर्स ऑफ energy sector as well as corporate sector. In all the production sectors, youth are working as engineer, manufacturer, producers, manufacturers, producers, and they are working to develop not only the manufacturing of goods, but they are also adding to the economy of the world. So youth have to play the role of sustaining these challenges. Now, if the youth, why the youth are asked to work from home? Because that will minimize the energy consumption, and that will not hurdle the manufacturing sector.
How to manage?
Yes, they will be allowed to work from home. Software people will work from home. The field workers and field work engineers will definitely work from their field, but rest of the workers who are working in the, let us say, in the communication center,
IT
or
center.
sector or other branches, they will work from home. They can minimize the energy consumption, and that way we can sustain these challenges. Youth have a great role. Youth are the backbone of this economy of the country. So if they are ready to face the challenge, if they are ready to cope up with the challenges, the present challenges, the country will resolve the energy crisis, and in the years to come, in the days to come, we will be out of this crisis, and we will be able to cope up with the challenges, and we will be able to add to our economy, because India is having a vast scope. All of the countries of the world are looking into the prospect of India's investment, because India is the investment center of the global countries. They all want to come and invest there, and that will benefit India, because India's economy is going to be 3 trillion only when other countries of the world other than USA will come and invest, and youth will get job, because if youth are participating in the process of the development of the country's economy will prosper by leaps and bounds, and that is my opinion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.